All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to another video. First of all, I just want to say thank you all so much for all the support, for all the likes, for all the, it's great, it's great to see that this channel is growing, and I know it's going to grow. I know the ceiling is high. I just don't know where it's going to be at, but I know the ceiling's definitely there. Um, and like I said, I knew it was going to grow. I knew it was going to grow. It's just a matter of time. And it's growing, and I really like to see that. I really like to see people commenting on the videos now. It's great, This channel is really going to be about that, really to talk about just all Real Madrid content. When I saw that on YouTube that there weren't any fan channels just pertaining to Real Madrid, I just decided to make one. And now I see it growing, and I really appreciate that. So thank you guys for all the support, all the likes, everything like that. So without any further ado, let's get started into the Zidane appointment. What's going to happen at Real Madrid? What the future is going to be like at Real Madrid? And I think a lot of people are asking them these questions because with the departure of Ronaldo, it's just tough to say. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, Zidane won because Ronaldo was there and Gareth Bale was there, and he had all these good players." Well, yeah, that's true to some extent, but winning the Champions League three times back to back to back, something that had never been done before, and winning, I mean, trophies galore. I mean, there were so many trophies he won. Um, you can't do that because you're lucky or because you have good players. Yes, you have good players, but you have to manage them, and that's a totally different thing. Um, you can't just ask a person on the street to say, "Hey, can you just manage Real Madrid for the next 3 seasons with Cristiano Ronaldo and Gareth Bale and win us a few trophies?" And that person would highly unlikely not win the trophies. Highly unlikely. Yes, highly unlikely not to win you trophies. So it's obvious that no, not anybody can do that job. And Zidane, you have to give him a lot of respect. You have to give him a lot of merit. He definitely did the job at Real Madrid the first time around. It's just about this second time. Will he be able to do it? This second time is going to be a little tougher. And obviously, we have to be realistic. We have to get out of Cloud Nine and say that he's not going to win the Champions Leagues. Maybe as he did in his first stint. If he could, that'd be great. But it's very difficult. It's very difficult to replicate. The first time around was just too good. It was just too good. We had it too good. We were spoiled. I mean, spoiled to the bone. So first assurance that's going to happen under Zidane is that Gareth Bale, yeah, like I said, he's going to be sold in the summer. Yeah, I don't think I mentioned that. But yeah, Gareth Bale is going to be sold in the summer. 100% sure. I have no doubts about this, especially with the acrimony that with Zidane and Bale. Bale pretty much said on Zidane, "We weren't best mates," or "I wasn't the best mates with him," and that's in quotes. Said that explicitly, and so that you can see that there was some acrimony there between Zidane and Bale, and it just things weren't going good. It was just always a bitter relationship. And it could be because Zidane was I mean, not Zidane. Bale was being benched a lot. I'm not even sure why, to be honest, but there have been several managers that have decided to kind of put Gareth Bale on the bench, and Carlo Ancelotti being one of them, Zidane being another, Solari being another. There's something there. There's something there that we don't know. Why is Bale getting benched so much, despite his quality? I know Courtois did hint a few things, but Courtois is just a snake. I wouldn't take his words too. I wouldn't take it seriously or with heavy consideration. But Gareth Bale is going to be sold in summer. He's going to be looking to move elsewhere, especially with the arrival of Zidane. It's just not going to happen. The relationship is just at a level that's irreparable, and he's going to be looking to move to a team where he's pretty much assured of playing the regular starting 11. So let's talk about another one. James Rodriguez is going to be sold in the summer for sure. I don't think there's any major doubts about that. James Rodriguez or Zidane never just really got along. It's like Solari and Isco. What was Isco and Solari is to James Rodriguez and Zidane. So James Rodriguez is going to be moving in the summer. Probably going to stay at Bayern. I don't think he's going to be moving elsewhere. I just don't know if there's that option to buy back. But yeah, but anywho, he's gonna be moving on. He pretty much said in one of the interviews that Zidane was, he had his players. He had players that he not that he favored, but he had players that fit his mold, and he said, "I just wasn't one of them, and I just have to respect that." And yeah, that's all he said. That's all he said. So James Rodriguez is going to be looking to move elsewhere. Isco and Marcelo won't be sold. They'll be getting regular playing time. Especially Isco. Isco, there's a lot of question about that. Isco and Solari just wasn't working out. Never worked out. Never will. But yeah, Isco will be staying for sure at the summer, or not at the summer, at the club. And Marcelo also. I think Marcelo was kind of looking to move elsewhere under Solari, but now I think he will stay. It's just a question of Marcelo. I didn't want to make too many assurances on Marcelo's playing time because I still think Marcelo's lost the yard of pace. I don't think he would be our starting left back. And that almost, it sounds very paradoxical because, when Zidane was here, he was Marcelo was getting played all the time, all the time. I mean, literally all the time. I can't even remember one left back that would get used other than Marcelo. So Marcelo is going to be, staying for sure. But I still think he's lost that yard of pace. And I saw it versus Barcelona with Malcolm, when Malcolm had that right wing, Marcelo had to cover him. Marcelo got caught out clearly twice. I mean, and he was not just like a foot behind him. It was like literally a yard or a meter away behind him. I mean, it was pretty bad. So I think Marcelo's really lost the yard of pace, and I just don't know how much he'll be playing. I don't know how much, like if he'll be playing that much. But for the time being, I know for this season we'll see more of Marcelo for sure, as well as Isco. Now the next thing, Odegaard might find himself in a pickle. So the thing with Odegaard is he's 20 years old, great player. When I saw him under Carlo Ancelotti, when he got his debut, I thought he was so good. I wouldn't say he was ready, but I think he could have developed really good. Um, Real Madrid are not that much of a developing club. That's the problem. But I could just see it. He was so good. He almost had the assist to Chicharito that year, who's, so good, so good, so good. I mean, you could just see it, massive potential. And I know a lot of people were just hating on him, but I could definitely see it. But he might find himself in a pickle because about the things he said to Zidane before, where, Zidane was, and I won't quote this, but he pretty much said that it was nice to have Zidane at the club, but for me, it wasn't good or wasn't conducive. So obviously, he doesn't really, I wouldn't say like Zidane, but it didn't really work under Zidane for him. And this year might prove to be no different. This upcoming season might prove to be no different. What might happen is that Odegaard just might go on loan again, or he will stay at the club he's at, which is Vitesse, I think. So, but I think he'll go on loan again. I think that's just how it's gonna work. And then the other assurance is Hazard will definitely come in the summer. I think there's no doubts about it from my end. Uh, look, Hazard is in such a bad place right now at Chelsea. They're currently in sixth place, I believe. Sorry ball. It's not working very good. Um, Hazard, he's always expressed at his desire to play for Real Madrid. You only have one career, and you can play at Real Madrid, and you have the chance to play at Real Madrid. I mean, there's just no doubting it. How much more assurance do you want? He's always expressed that his desire to play for Zidane, especially under when Real Madrid were being managed under Zidane. He's expressed it. He said it explicitly. You can watch the videos. He said it. So for me, Hazard's definitely going to come in the summer. He speaks French too, even better. Chelsea not in the Champions League spot. Oh my gosh, there's so many things to it. It just doesn't get more obvious. He's definitely going to come in the summer, 100% sure for me. The other last two things, Navas will be the starting goalkeeper, which I'm so happy. I mean, we need to get Navas in the starting spot. Navas is just a fantastic goalkeeper. I've seen him at Levante. I saw him when he was playing at Levante. I thought he was fantastic. When we signed him, I was just over the moon. I couldn't believe it. And and now that we weren't playing him, I was just so despondent on his situation. But now that he will be starting, it's just great to see. So hopefully he will be the starting goalkeeper. Hopefully Courtois will be kind of doing the Copa del Rey and everything like that. And then the last thing I want to say is Raúl de Tomás will be used and will not be sold. So if I'm not mistaken, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, Zidane was coaching Raúl de Tomás at the Castilla. Raúl de Tomás is a Real Madrid product. If you guys haven't watched his goal versus Barcelona, do check it out. This kid is gonna be it. He's the next big thing for sure. And in that striker position, we will have Benzema. We have Mariano. Mariano is just a fantastic player too. I rate him highly. This guy runs, plays for the badge. He's not lazy. I think, like I said, I think he's from the Dominican Republic, so he definitely wants to prove to his people that he's Real Madrid quality, and he is so good. He is so good, Mariano. So hopefully we can see more of him, and I think Zidane will have an affinity to him. I think he will definitely like him, and hopefully we can use him more. And then Raúl de Tomás as the third striker, who is just a very good striker, 2-footed. He's got similar attributes to Ronaldo. It reminds me a lot of him. I wouldn't say he's Ronaldo, but he's got similar attributes. And what I mean by that is that he can shoot with both feet. He's he's direct, takes on players. Let's see, strength, hold up play. I mean, this guy he's gonna be a big thing. And if Benzema, Mariano, and Raúl de Tomás can each score, I would say 20 goals a season, then I don't think we'll have many problems with our goal tally next season, especially considering the goal tally this season just being so low. Next season, I think we'll be fine. So yeah, for the striker position, I think we'll be fine. I don't think we'll need to buy a striker. But those are pretty much the reassurances about Zidane, and that's pretty much all I have to say really. So in the next couple of hours, I would say, I'm gonna come out with another video about who I would take at the team, who I would take at the club, which forwards are gonna come in, who's gonna go out, or actually I did talk about that, but anywho, I'm just gonna talk more about those transfers and things like that, and I'm gonna be talking about the squad as well. But right now, I just wanted to talk really about the reassurances at Real Madrid. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you're new. And like I said, this channel is growing all the time, so it's just great to see. I love seeing that, and this channel will continue growing. There's no doubt about it. So thank you all for watching, and have a good day, and have a good night, wherever you are.